Hey y'all. I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been out here, been on here talking to you all on this beautiful day. Yes. I just decided to do a little impromptu conversation today. I'm texting one of my coworkers. Hey, I want to talk to y'all. So I'm trying to let some other people get in here, but thank you for listening to the replay on today. I am Marsha Martin, well, Coach Marsha Martin. And I just want to have a talk, like just have a conversation. Let's talk about canceling, how people are canceling people, right? I had the opportunity. Hey, Belita, I'm trying to minimize this thing right here so I can see. Hey, Belita. Hey, Simply B. Yes, the Marsha Martin. That is I. Um, I want to talk about the topic cancellation. Like I had the opportunity this past Veterans Day to speak at the fireside chat alongside Shelly Willis and Lila Holly, Chief, um, to discuss, veteran stuff, right? And so I made this statement that you don't have permission to cancel me, right? You don't have permission to cancel me. And the reason why I said that, like just talking about my transition from the military, and some of y'all know, if you don't know, I transitioned from the military not in the most favorable way. I actually transitioned from the military by way of court martial and ended up in the brig, in which I served 17 months of a 34-month sentence at the brig for defrauding the government, right? And so as a result of that, I ended it's been a long journey to get to the point where I'm at today, right? And then, you know, everybody is not welcoming to my message to assist all veterans who transition out the military, in particular, the veterans who transition with bad paper. And bad paper being, in some cases, other than honorable, because that's not really bad. It's just not honorable, right? Something happened, but it ain't really that bad. But bad conduct and dishonorable discharges. Unfortunately, when those of us who transition from the military with bad paper, when we go to the VSOs to process our claims for us, the first thing they tell them, like, hey, you got a bad conduct discharge. Hey, you got a dishonorable discharge. You're not entitled to any benefits. Well, VSO, that's not true. In some cases, it's not. It is true. You're not entitled, but in most cases, you are. So do your due diligence. Read the regulation. Spend time with the veteran so you can be able to help him or her. That's what you're called to do. That's a part of your oath. That's a part of your due diligence that you are required to do. Stop sending these veterans away. They already got to build up their courage to come to you anyway because they already feel rejected. They already feel like an outcast, the black sheep of the United States Armed Forces, because of how they got out. And stop canceling people. Like a guy, like people try to tell me, and I go, well, you're fighting a losing battle. No. Any battle come by me, this battle is already, look, I tell you, when it comes to you are still a veteran, I've already won. It's a fixed fight. God gave me this. I didn't come up with this on my own. Do you think that I have joy? I take joy into telling people that I'm a convicted felon. I stole from the government. I got put out the military. I utilized my position in the military's job like it was my own personal checkbook. No. But I share it so others can know out there that it's hope, that it is hope for you, that is hope. And it's not the end of the world, that it's not the, hey, Miss Bernice, I am speaking my truth. Thank you, girl. But that it is hope out here. And then guess what? Sometimes the VA don't get it right. But what I learned is that they didn't get it right the first time because how my packet was submitted. Because I didn't give them all the information that they needed to be able to say, hey, let's not deny her claim because, hey, she do have honorable service. She served her country 11 years. She's had 3 reenlistments. My packet was not submitted properly the first time. But then when they denied that thing, it just made me go into the regulation. Like I'm telling you, I was a doggone good non-commissioned officer in the United States Army. Do you hear me? Like Ricky Reddy. Like handling my business. I ain't like running all the time. But however, I got paid to run, so I ran when they told me to run. Other than like that, but I was a great soldier. I was a great leader of soldiers. You see what I'm saying? And one thing that we're called according to the NC the and to the NCO creed is so I will be technically and tactically proficient. And that's one thing that from my AI, from my basic training drill sergeants, from my AIT instructors, my AIT drill sergeants, from my first duty station, from my mentors, from all, I think I had, how many duty stations I had? 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, 3 duty stations. I'm like, bruh, like it was a requirement for you to be proficient at your job, especially in finance. You got to get into the reg. You have to get into the regulation. And so my thing is, if it worked for me in the United States Army, it's going to work for me in the civilian sector, right? Because I'm a veteran. So I didn't lose the skills. Thank you, Lila. I didn't lose the skills. I didn't lose the ability to be a leader. Paralyzed a little bit because I'm like, Herb, I don't know what it means to be a convicted felon in these United States of America. And what I did, because I didn't understand it, I put on what everybody said a convicted felon is supposed to be, right? I wore that thing like a badge of honor. I had to take that gear off and put back on my kingdom gear. I had to, since I took off one uniform, I put on all kinds of stuff, but still just putting on what the kingdom of God tells me to put on. I had a new armor to put on, right? And by me transitioning from that bull crap that the world was telling me that, oh, you can only do this, you can only do it this way. This is how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to do it this way. Nobody wants to listen to you, Marsha. Nobody's going to do this. No, like your time is up. No, my time ain't up. My time ain't up until I die. I leave this world. So stop canceling people, and people stop giving them permission to cancel you. If they canceled you, move on to the next person. They think they canceled you. No, you just not my person. You just not my business. You just not the partnership that I'm supposed to be in. You're just not supposed to be my friend. So divorce yourself. Like I love this. Apostle Mike said that he doesn't worry about what people say about him. You want to know why? Because he divorced himself from the opinion of others. If you're not encouraging me, if you're not empowering me, if you're not checking me so I can be better, But if you checking me so you can gloat in it, or you can have like your, like, yeah, I just told Martin off. I just told Marsha off. She thinks she all this. Miss me with that. Like, miss me with all of that and empower me. Show me. If you got the blueprint, it's one thing. My Look, y'all, like, we gotta stop canceling people just because we have a different opinion, just because it doesn't look like what you think it should look like, or it doesn't move the way that you're accustomed to. Things are meant to be different. Nobody wants to help a veteran that has a bad conduct discharge. Nobody in their right mind wants to do that. You want to know why? Because it's not a subject that's talked about in Congress. It's not a subject that's talked about at the White House. It's not a subject that's spoken about at these VSO meetings. They don't want to talk about that. But I'm bringing the conversation to them. I'm bringing the conversation. All I need is one person. All I need is one mic. Come on, Nas. Yes. Look, all it takes is one person, guys. One person. One person to say yes. That's why I ask God to always, you know what, let somebody use their resources, their influence on my behalf. I learned that at Spirit of Faith Christian Center out over there in Maryland, in Brandywine, and Temple Hills, and the Baltimore location. Like, I got that. And I tell y'all, all days aren't good days. They really aren't. I just finished a podcast with my good friend Dr. Ann James. The podcast is called Freedom Battle Buddies of Color podcast. And she just asking me different things about my transition. I mentioned about what freedom looked like to me. And freedom, and I had to be honest with her and tell her, like, I'm about at like 95%. But y'all, that 5% of that lingers out there sometimes, I have to fight daily. And what I fight with is the word of God. I have to speak life over myself continuously. Speak life. Speak, Marsha, hey, you got this. Get in this mirror. Like, I'm in the mirror. I was in the mirror doing my hair, putting on my makeup. Hey, you're more than a conqueror. You're a winner. The fight is fixed. The fight has been fixed, y'all. Can't nobody cancel me but me. Nobody cancel me but me. I don't give permission to anyone. You have to give permission for someone to be able to cancel you. And if they don't get it the first time, hey, take their name, dust your feet off, and keep it moving. But y'all gonna stop playing with these veterans out here, especially the ones that got bad paper. Take time with them. You have been charged to take care of veterans that have served their country. Never send a veteran away without a solution. Never. It's always something that you can give them. If you're not able to provide for them, send them to someone else. Yeah, Belita, you're right. Like, it's life and death in the power of the tongue. You create what it is that you speak. Like, it's so important, guys, to stop canceling people because they're not packaged the way that you believe that they should be. Listen to them. And if you listen, then if you go educate yourself on the if you go educate yourself on actually educate yourself on the processes. Go take that trip training so you can be able to know, you can refresh yourself. And then if you don't know, you never bothered to read the 38 CFR VSOs, claims agents, go read. The answers are in there. Everything that you need to be successful at your job to assist all veterans It's in that regulation. And then if you don't know, ask some of your leaders. Because it's not just the 22 daily commit suicide. Add about 5 more to that. For those who don't want to tell you they're veterans because of how they transition from the military. Because even me, I would state proudly when I got out, I'm a veteran of the United States Army. Then I gave them that DD 214. Oh, no, we can't help you because you don't have an honorable discharge. You got a dishonorable. I say this not dishonorable. It states bad conduct. It's 5 different types of discharges. Can I educate you on that? Well, our policy says only honorable. I say, but everybody doesn't get out with an honorable. Everybody doesn't get out with an honorable. Can I still get assistance? No, ma'am. So then you have this effect where it's a revolving door. I go into jail, I come out. I go back in because I can't get my footing in the civilian world. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna live from day to day. You know, I don't know. Or I end up back in jail or under the bridge or in the morgue. So guys, it's so important that when we out here, when we're out here, leaders that's in these organizations, stop dismissing people. Stop canceling them because they need you. If they came to your office, that means it's a service that you're providing that they need. I've even had managers tell me, "Hey, Marsha, managers, when I work for Virginia Bar, I don't care about calling organizations out. When I work for Virginia Department of Veteran Services, I got hired as an administrative assistant. About 7, 8 months after working there, I applied. They had a position for a claims agent. And I applied and I got the job. So that's how I came to know the processes, the policies and procedures in the development of VA disability claims, right? You know, and because of that wisdom and knowledge, that knowledge that I got from that, and even going to one of the courses through that American Legion put on in DC out that hotel that President Reagan got shot, the assassination attempt on his life. We had training in that particular hotel in DC where I became more knowledgeable on being a veterans claims agent, right? And so, but I worked there 2 years and a couple of months, right? And as a result of the felony, I'm not going to name the organizations right now, because I don't want to give them a bad name, but 3 in particular, veteran service organizations and their bylaws, it states that I could not represent their veterans because of the felony that I had, and I had to resign from my job, right? And as a result of that, I was like, well, what do I do? What is a second chance in America? Like, do you not want me to work? At that time, I did not believe that I was an entrepreneur. So I'm like, okay, but how do you start over? What does that look like? I get a job. I believe that I'm rehabilitated. I do what you tell me to do while I'm incarcerated. I come out and I believe that I'm being a model citizen. I go apply for the job. I get the job. I turn around. I apply for another job within the company. I get that job. And then you just take it away from me. What do you believe the outcome was going to be? Why is it that I'm led to believe that I got to work 2, 3, 4 jobs just to make one? Why is it that a person is led to believe that like they're resentenced every day? The judicial system needs to be fixed. Like because it's the unfairness in it. And it's so, God, it's so important. Work with people. Because if it was you or a family member of yours, you will want a person to put their all into them to give them a second chance. Even with me getting a job working for United States Patent Trademark Office, everybody knew that I had a felony that was involved in the hiring process. Everybody. And then to have the commissioner and deputy commissioner to say that because of my character from 2009, guys, my character from 2009 spoke highly of the woman that I am in 2019. They didn't even know me. I'm an asset to anybody's organization. Anybody. I'm an asset, not a liability. I'm an asset. I'm an asset. And from there, that's when that they canceled me, right? And then so now like I had to cancel that because it seemed like one cancellation after another cancellation after another cancellation. No, you don't have permission to cancel me. You don't have permission to hold me hostage to my past. You don't have a permission. And I'm talking about like people are getting canceled for just speaking out, because they're in positions of, I guess, authority. They just canceling people. Are people entitled to make a mistake? Are people entitled to have an opinion? Stop canceling people, guys. Have a conversation with them. Ask them why they think that way. Ask them why. And then make your determination. Because you will be surprised how much that person can be of value that you just canceled in your life. Yes, Belita, my past, let me tell you, this felony, it paved the way, y'all. It paved the way for me to be who I am today. Y'all think I'm something now. Like Martin be want to bust up out of here. And I ain't take no junk from nobody. I didn't care who you were. But I was always within regulation. Always. Always in that black and white. Always. So I just say, guys, you know what? Before you so quick to cancel someone, before you so quick, open up your heart to receive people because you don't know what it is that they're going through. You might be that one person that they was sent to be a solution for them. Be a solution. Don't cancel them because they don't look like or package like you believe they should look. Do I look like I've been incarcerated? I get that all the time. You don't look like it. Oh, wow, I'm shocked. Absolutely. I'm not supposed to look like it. I'm the king's kid. I'm not supposed to present myself like that. But did I have a incident that occurred that where I had a lapse of judgment? I'm telling y'all, I think about that. Like, I worked in budget 3 times. 3 times. Yep, 3 times. I think it was 3 times, 2 or 3 times. I think twice overseas and one in America. Overseas, y'all, I had like 3, 4 accounts that equated to almost a couple $1 billion. Not one time did I have a thought about taking their money. Not one time. A couple $1 billion, y'all. All different pots of money, like Arcent, Netcom, you know, a little yeah, Kuwaiti money, like all different pots of money. And not one time. And it probably would have been easier to defraud them than it was coming back to America with a measly $1 million budget. I had a lapse of judgment. And I'll tell you, that was in my court martial was November 24th, 2009. Couple days, a day before Thanksgiving, I believe it was. A couple days or a day before Thanksgiving. And I tell you, that thing rocked my world. It did. It rocked my world. I did not understand totally what that meant that day. It has been hell for the people who look down on me, like the nerve of you. Who are you trying to advocate for veterans who got out with bad paper? Who do you think you are? I'm Marsha Martin. That's who I think I am. I'm the game changer. I'm Marsha. That's who I am. I'm the king's daughter. That's who I am. So know who you are. People that they're trying to cancel, know who you are. Like, no, you ain't gonna cancel me. Cancel yourself. And look, you're just not the person for me to talk to. It's okay. Move on. But I'll remember you. You will need me. You will reach out to me. You see what I'm saying? You got to stand firm. One of the strategies of being a game changer is to stand firm, flat footed, unshaken, unmoved. No matter what comes your way, you're going to stand firm on what it is that you believe. You're going to stand firm on what it is that you are wanting to execute. No matter what opposition comes, no matter how the people attempt to cancel you, you have to give them permission to cancel you. Like they try to cancel Dave Chappelle for having an opinion because he's not agreeing with what a community has to say about them. My God. Everybody don't have to think alike. We're not here to think alike. And stop holding people hostage to their past. Like recently, my godmother, she told me, hey, you got to get your language right. She didn't say exactly that. She said, hey, but you need to do something to combat evil. You combat evil with good, right? You combat evil with good. Like fat. I did stealing people money. I utilized the government's checkbook as my own checkbook. But truth is like I ain't been held hostage to that no more. That happened in 2000. I already did my punishment for that. I already did my punishment for that. So what you're not gonna do is hold me hostage to something that I did. And you got to get permission from me to cancel me. Can't nobody cancel me but me. Nobody cancel me but me. So, with that being said, my good people, if you know a veteran out here who is like, or you might think they're a veteran, you know, then, like, sit on my way if they got bad paper. Be like, and then sometimes y'all, I was talking to when on this podcast, and she gave me like, but like, hey, are you a veteran? Sometimes, but like, have you ever served? Have you ever served before? Have you ever served in the military before? So you can ask that question. But I'm telling y'all, it's so important to not dismiss people because people are dying because you dismiss them. And I'm talking about veterans here now, because you've dismissed them, because you've made them to feel inferior, because you've made them to believe that their life is insignificant. They take their lives, guys. And it's so important that you put on a coat of compassion, a coat of empathy, so you can be able to listen to these people. You can be able to give them a resource or send them to the VA or send them to any hospital so their lives can be saved, so they can live another day. Stop dismissing people because they don't talk like you, they don't look like you. Like, you ain't got to be friends with everybody. But if you're in a position of authority where you can make decisions, where you can change the trajectory of someone's life, you are called to implement that thing and help those people instead of being so daggone high and mighty. I like um Sergeant Major, well, retired Sergeant Major Mark Halliburton. He goes down to the basement, right? He literally goes down to the basement and he has lives with us that were lives, like Facebook lives with us, where he's talking about how he had to go back down to the basement sometimes because, in the military it's a rank structure, right? So starting down there, that's when the hard work is at. That's where you're gonna work hard, and sometimes you got to be reminded where you came from. And I like my aunt, she will always tell me that because I got a little cocky there. Like, I'm doing my thing, making things happen, learning how to do these claims and stuff like that. And I did not have compassion for someone. And she checked me. She pulled my coattail. When I got to work that next day, I called that veteran, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's come back up here so I can give them my undivided attention, something that I needed. But I had to have someone pull my coattail. And I'm going to tell you, I'm glad that I have family and friends that hold me accountable. So when I do get beside myself, guess what? They reel me back in. Then I come back and I repent. Then I give that person my all. So y'all gotta y'all gotta. Y'all know I'm from Mississippi. So, but I just ask you all in this season, as we're about to end the fourth quarter of 2022, that you be empathetic, have passion, stop canceling people, because you would not want anyone to cancel you. You probably couldn't even handle it either. Girl, you hear me? Because in finance, let me tell you, I know for a fact that some people that heard about what I did, they stopped. They stopped. They stopped stealing. They stopped because I got caught. So, but like, I'm telling you, the military is the best thing ever happened to me. Next to, well, yeah, next to becoming a believer, the military was the best thing that ever happened to me. One of those life changing events in your life was becoming a soldier in the United States Army, was the best thing that could have happened to me. And next to becoming a believer of the kingdom of God, accepting Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. That's second to that. So I just asked, and because of that, I I have a heart of compassion because I had no compassion in the beginning. That's one thing that my godmother, Minister Ola, she prayed. She said, "You need some compassion." And I'm still working on that. You feel me? I'm still in that lane, that zone of being built up to be compassionate towards others on their journeys. You know, I can listen now with a heart of non-judgment, and I can give them my all regardless. Like, hey, you come across my desk, I got you. Like, you could talk about what you did or not. It makes me no difference. I need to see them dates, and I need to know from head to toe what we got going on, from head to toe. Okay, with the incident, let's talk. Let's break something down. Because certain things I listen for to be able to assist the veterans, right? Or things I listen for that you're not telling me that I can, like, hey, let's take this route. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do it this way. Let's do it the other way. La la la. So I just ask y'all, because this is my season, and I'm making great things happen for veterans who transition out the military with bad paper. They're getting service connected ratings. They're able to go to the VA and get medical care. They're able to go through the VA programs and get off the street from being homeless. I'm like, hey, you're entitled to go here. I don't know. And then veterans, us transitioning from the military, us retiring from the military, stop trying to be a civilian. You'll never be a civilian again, love. You're a veteran. You're going to think, you're going to move different. Everybody ain't got to know you're a veteran. Sometimes you just wear it. You just wear it. It's on you. It's in you. So, and with that being said, and Belita, you are absolutely right. People are quick to judge, but little do they know they may be standing next to someone who did way worse. They just didn't get caught. And they don't want to tell nobody, guys. So, with that being said, as I close this live, stop canceling people. Because the very person you might cancel will be the very person that you need in your corner, and they might not be available for you. You feel me? That very person. So, as this new week gets started and we are embarking on Thanksgiving and then Christmas, go out there and be great. Go out there and be great. Be great at any and everything that you do. Give it your all, you know, and be expecting greatness to come your way. Be expecting the solution to whatever concern that you have, whatever problem that you're experiencing. Expect that answer to come your way in whatever form that it's supposed to, you know, because sometimes people be needing money, but you might get an idea that can take care of the money situation. You feel me? You might want a sandwich, but like, let me show you how you can get multiple sandwiches. So it's so important, guys, that you that we, not you, me too, because I'm speaking to myself here on today. It's so important that we move with a purpose. Move with a purpose. you know, and whatever deity, high power, well, mine's Jesus Christ. Yours might be Buddha. Yours might be the tree, Mother Earth, all these different things that people is doing. But over here, You're still a veteran and a game changer. We do Jesus Christ, right? So, um, lean on your faith, right? Because when all hope is lost, it looks like the bottom is then fell from under your feet. You holding on to the edge. You know what? You gotta focus on that one thing that brings you hope. You gotta focus on that one thing that says like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I'm not gonna quit. This will not defeat me. I got this. I got this. I got this. You got to say, I got this. Like I'll tell you, because I know a while ago, I explained that when I was going through my court martial, and at the end of the court martial, and the sentencing had been set, the judge, she hit the gavel, and but like she gave me my sentence, and like I don't know what she said. I can't remember what she said right now, but they hit the gavel, and that thing had been a negative for me, because I would always hear the sound of the gavel, like daily. I just hear the sound of this gavel, or it'll just be random. I hear the sound of the gavel, right? And before, the gavel meant failure, right? The end of my world, the end of my life, everything that I knew to be my God, my answer to this great life for my daughters and I, and my future grandchildren, my future husband, la la la. And it ended. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and that sound of that gavel haunted me. And then my godmother, she told me, give it a different meaning. I was like, I can do that. Yes, absolutely, daughter. So I gave it a different meaning. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, then what new we about to do, God? What's new about to come? So I give that sound a different meaning. And by me giving that sound a different meaning, that's why I believe for me, I'm so successful right now. you know, that I choose to live a kingdom life. I choose to live according to the word of God. I choose to speak positive. Like my friend Ashley, who's the owner of Words Unite traveling bookstore. Like, if for y'all authors out there, if you got all them books in your garage or down in your basement, got dust on them, reach out to Ashley Knight, the owner of Words Unite Books Traveling Bookstore. But she could be your profit solution. Like, you can be at home and you can be getting royalty checks because she's selling your books. Like, hit her up. You know what I'm saying? Hit her up, especially for all the authors out here. But guys, it's so important that in this process, in this process of life, it's so important that you all, that we and I say we, is that you gotta move out. You gotta do something. And for these all these naysayers, like, why you doing this or why you doing that, or mad trying to cancel you, trying to get you to go back to your past and live according to your past and how your past life used to be. Like that ain't me. Like, you can stay back there. I'm moving forward. Forward march. Like, was ready to take off. Forward march. Move out. Like, we moving out. We moving forward. We moving forward. We are moving forward. And remember, you tell them jokers, you don't have permission to cancel me. You hear me? Tell them jokers, you don't have permission to cancel me. And that's just like not even just business, relationships, like wherever. Like, you ain't got permission to cancel me. You can't cancel me like that. And just go out there and be great, guys. Go out there and be great in these streets, in this United States of America, you know, because I don't want to just say in Texas, because I'm in Texas, but my you all might be in any and everywhere. So, like, in this world. So be safe out there. Y'all, and just love on people. Talk to them instead of just trying to cancel them. Because you can have differences of opinion, but still manage to exist in the same space. Like, that's what's so neat about being an American. You can have difference of opinions and don't have to be canceled. You got people scared to tell you their life. You got people scared to share with you that they need you because of fear of you canceling them, fear of you dismissing them. And you talking about, oh, I want to help you. Like, and why we gotta wait till Thanksgiving and Christmas to want to help people? It's 10 other months. But that's another conversation. Like, why we gotta wait till Thanksgiving and Christmas? What about the other months, the other days? People need help year round. Okay. I think I'm fussing now. But like I said, okay, and I'm about to end this because sometimes I have problems ending. So y'all pray for me, right? Don't judge me, pray for me. But I just want everybody, I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna make it my point to the end of this year. Every day I get on, it might not be this time of day, might be later, might be earlier, might be in my car, might be at my desk. I don't know. But either way it go, y'all will see my beautiful face. Y'all will see my beautiful face out here in these social media streets, empowering you and encouraging you. And please share the word that, hey, that girl over there, Marsha Martin, at You Are Still a Veteran, she's helping veterans that have transitioned out the military with bad paper, like do disability claims. So hit me up for a consultation, 30-45 minute consultation, and we'll see what we're working with. So I can be reached at 254-645-4403. That's 254-645 4403. 254-645-4403. So hit me up there or email iamtgc22@gmail.com. So I put my contact information out there. That's my phone number, my business number, and business email. So contact us if you have a veteran out there that is in need of support. And I do help regular veterans too with their disability claims as well. If you don't already went through somebody and you need somebody to go over your stuff, connect with me, hit me up, and then I'll send you a calendar link so we can be able to schedule the appointment and we can move on from there and do great things, making sure that you get what it is that you are legally entitled to from VA benefits, right? So have an amazing rest of your week. If you're in Texas, stay warm out there. It's kind of cold and wet. You know, don't be distracted out there on your cell phones and all that kind of great stuff. Get out there and be safe. Get home to your families, and y'all have a most excellent day.